Your new Wednesday addiction. Humpin' it with Mello, D83, and the Maestro.
Hello and welcome, everyone. The week is almost over. You're halfway there. It's Wednesday, Hump Day, and you're now humping it with Mello, D83, and the Maestro. Please get your mind out of the gutter.
Hey, podcast fam. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. We appreciate you as always. So, fellow co-hosts, D83 Maestro, how are we doing this evening?
Great.
I'm doing great, considering that I did not mess up the intro part there. Considering, so in the beginning, for those that don't know, Maestro usually gives me this little cue to go in, and he did like this extra harder freaking cue, and I know he did it intentionally. And inside, I am dying laughing, and I'm focusing so hard on just saying the simple words of hello and welcome, everyone. And inside, I was just cracking up and in tears.
Why? All I did was.
I know you did that intentionally.
I really didn't. I wasn't even paying
Oh
attention.
no, you did.
Oh,
It was extra animated.
what's
Yeah,
it?
it was like a Michael Jackson.
Okay. Oh, dang. Okay. Oh man. Well, I apologize. I didn't realize, man. I didn't mean to throw you off there.
That's hilarious.
I just gave you a signal. Man.
Oh. Well, tonight's discussion is media and disinformation. We've all heard about it. We've all encountered it. Let's talk about it. So, there are a couple of different ways you can get misinformation or fake news. It seems like it's everywhere this day.
Yes.
But there are a few ways that you can kind of vet your sources, or just kind of like a little checklist.
Well, let's before we jump into that, let's talk about what it is. Let's get some background to what it is.
It means to be disinformed, and to be disinformed means that you're not informed,
There you
That
go.
was amazing.
and you need to be informed.
I mean, that.
Thank you.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That was
Thank you.
That's great.
That's succinct and to the point.
Yes, without telling anybody anything. I loved it though. I thought it was great.
It's the same. It's the same as like when I try to explain something to my kids, and I give them that because I said so.
Yeah.
That's
That was a
actually
lot
pretty
like how
accurate.
that was. Yeah. That's
Like, but why? Because I said so.
Yeah.
Because I don't have an
Yeah.
answer right now, and I just want you to do this. So just do that. That's basically what that means. I've been there, done that. So disinformation. Let's give a Webster's definition to that. False information, which is intended to mislead, especially propaganda issued by a governmental organization to rival power of the media. Fake news. Here's another definition, because that's kind of like that catchphrase, that hot term that's going around, is fake news.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Trump. Fake news often has the aim of damaging the reputation of a person or entity, or making money through advertising revenue. Interesting. Okay. Go ahead, Mello. I just wanted to give our viewers, a Webster version of
Some much needed background
Yeah.
so they know exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Some statistics I was researching, especially one from the American Psychological Association, mentioned that people are more likely to believe misinformation if it comes from in-group sources rather than out-group ones, or if they judge the source as credible. The emotional content of misinformation plays a role. People are more likely to believe false statements that appeal to emotions such as fear, and outrage.
Outrage is virality. I didn't. That's a word. I don't think it's a word because I said so. That's all I know. Viral to yeah, that. What were you laughing so hard
Yeah.
for, Mello? I missed it.
Like, continue, please.
But no, that's true. Like the I think one of the biggest things and one of the biggest challenges right now, of course, is social media, because social media is rampant with fake news or disinformation. And you, please don't ever use social media as your means of gathering information or news. You will be misled, sorely misled, because the one thing, and this is just my personal opinion here, the one thing I hate most about TikTok, not that I can spend hours upon hours watching it and get absolutely nothing from it,
Except lost time.
exactly, and missing brain cells. But it's a fact that everybody. No, let me say it correctly. There's so many people on there that think they're actually reporters, and they get the story from somewhere else or someone else without really vetting the facts or trying to figure out the credibility. I think that's one of the most annoying things to me, specifically about TikTok, is because there's so many people on there that think they're reporters or journalists. Listen, go sit down somewhere. That's just my personal opinion. I'm just saying. My dog wants attention. She's trying to nudge me and tell me she wants me to pet her. So
D83, did you have something you wanted to add to that?
Well, I did, but now I'm so distracted. I didn't realize Maestro had a dog in there. It's been so quiet.
yeah, she's a real good girl. But she's needy, and she keeps nudging me with her nasty snotty nose. It's disgusting.
No, but yeah, I think all social media platforms as well. I mean, it's like you got to take everything you see with a grain of salt. Um, you can't discount everything, but you should question most of it,
Correct.
right? Whether or not it's true, or even if it goes with what you believe, it may not be right.
Correct.
One of my favorite sports people that I listen to a lot, Colin Cowherd on the Herd, talks a lot about social media, and he always constantly tells people, "Hey, don't go diving into the trash and then get upset with what you find."
Yes, thank you. That's a
Good
great
points.
analogy. Absolutely, because it is. While social media has its positives, right? I think, but it's just don't take it with a grain of salt. If I understand in this day and time, right? There's such a negative feeling in regards to news outlets, right? Traditional news
Right.
outlets, your CNNs, your Foxes, and things, because, well, it's politicized, right? So I get it. That doesn't mean turn to an avenue where, you know, everybody has the opportunity to say whatever they want and call it news, right? That's the problem.
Yeah.
I think, again, like the 83 said, don't trust everything. Do some research
Yeah.
yourself, right? The problem is
Absolutely.
whether we don't have time or we don't feel like it or we don't want to, like, you're just blindly accepting what somebody says on social media. It's a recipe for some wrong decisions. I'm just saying.
Yeah. And like I was mentioning earlier, there are some ways that you can kind of fact check. There are websites, but there are also some steps you can take on your own just to be sure that you're getting, you know, facts. I have to tell my husband sometimes because he loves his social media, he loves his Facebook, and he'll send me stuff, and without vetting it, it's like such and such sent this to me. So they wouldn't send me, something fake, but somebody sent it to them.
Or
So how
they
did
came across it in,
right? Yeah,
exactly.
and they're just
Yeah.
sharing it. There is a website called factcheck.org,
Hmm.
and that's one place you can go. I remember Snopes. I don't know
Snopes
if
is a big one. Yeah.
that's one of the
Mm.
first ones I started using. SNOPES is .com, right? Or org.
Mm,
Snoop's dog.
I don't know. It's one of them. Type it in and see where it goes.
oh, oh my gosh. But also from the National Center of State Courts, they give like a little infographic. Consider the source, check the author, check the date, check your biases. So that's a little bit of self reflection. And then,
That's asking a whole lot for some people. I'm just saying.
are there supporting sources? Like, can you corroborate what you've just read on another outside source, um, other than social media? Read beyond. Headlines can be outrageous just to get clicks sometimes.
That's
So make sure
exactly.
you're
Yes.
kind of looking into it.
Some of the most popular words in, especially in just regular media, and in like online, if you even online or newspapers, is slam. They use these outrageous adjectives, slams. So and so slams so and so for this and this.
Right.
Or rips this. You know what I'm saying? And it's attention grabbing, right? So
Of
they
course.
can draw you in, but online, so you can click on this article because a lot of revenue is
Absolutely.
generated from those clicks. So
This is correct. And sometimes you have to consider, is it a joke? Was somebody posting something as a joke? Somebody else took it as, oh my gosh, let's what's going on? We got to
mm-hmm.
pass this around. We got to let everyone know. And last but not least, ask the experts. That shouldn't be hard to say.
And
Experts.
you laughed at me. I mean, gosh.
Ask a subject matter expert or consult a fact checking website. So,
Yeah.
like I said, like factcheck.org or Snopes, something like that. But that's just some of the ways you can kind of cover yourself, to make sure you're getting real information. That's a lot of work to do, but if you consider the damage that could be done by helping to propagate false narratives or misleading information, I think a few extra minutes wouldn't hurt.
You know,
But mhm.
the other thing too is misinformation, fake news, whatever you want to call it, propaganda has it's been since the dawn of time.
Of
This is
course.
nothing new. It's always been something you have to fight. It's oftentimes. Uh, I think Winston Churchill said, "The winners write history." I think that's how it goes. I could be wrong. I quoted it wrong. Excuse me. But a lot of times, for history, right?
Mhm.
Winners of wars, whatever scenario, may
Yeah.
have you. I couldn't think of the other one I was trying to say, but you know, um, they get to tell their narrative. You
Yeah,
know,
their perspective of how things went.
that's not always truth.
Exactly.
It might be, and the crazy thing is perspective plays a lot because from one person's perspective, it could be true. You know, or seen as true. Let's say that. Let's seen as true. And
Mhm.
so that's why I say it's always important to just put a little effort into
Uh,
really trying to figure out what you're reading or what you're
yeah, definitely.
listening to.
Because I'd seen a bunch of stuff on TikTok and saying that there had been a transgender allowed to compete in women's boxing, and she beat up this girl, and then only to come to find out that
Yeah.
that was not true.
Yep. Yep. That
And
was a huge
it,
controversy. You talking
it
about the
got
Olympics?
got me with that. Got
Yeah.
me with that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's insane. It really is, and it's so easily spread.
Yeah.
hence the term viral. You know, but in a matter of hours, millions of people can view that. And then of course to go along not only with the different information in the digital age that we're in is the fact that everybody hides behind their keyboard or their smartphone or whatever device, and then they throw out hurl insults or try and
Yeah.
degrade the person or degrade or it's just crazy. So
Yeah. They do the stuff behind the keyboard that they wouldn't probably do in real life.
facts.
Yeah, everybody's tough there.
Exactly.
Facts. That's why it's done. That's why people say what they want to say.
Exactly.
Your opinion is not necessarily fact. It's your opinion. So, but yeah. So, I think one of the most recent ones, at least that and there's been a ton of them, I'm sure, but of course we all remember the Will Smith and Chris Rock incident where he slapped the taste out the man's mouth. I was happening to be flipping through social media at the time. Not sure, not too long after that. I've since deleted it, but and it came across a story that was saying that Chris Rock won a $40 million lawsuit from that slap. I was like, that man got paid for taking a slap. Let me take a slap. I'll take $40 million. Only to find out that it was false. Never happened. There was no evidence of any. As a matter of fact, Chris Rock didn't even press charges. He didn't even want to file a police report. So, but that got circulated and it had, some up to million views, right? Mm-hmm. So I know I was not the only, victim caught in that web, but it just goes to show you how easily it spread, man.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. You gotta.
So I have a quick statistic for social media sites by portion of users who regularly get their news there. And they're comparing it from the year 2020 to 2023. So X or Twitter went from 59% back in 2020. Of course, like the world was like shut down at that point.
Facts.
But that did come down to 53%. Facebook, 54% to 43%. Reddit, 42% to 38%. YouTube, it was kind of steady at 32%. Instagram went from 28% to 34%.
Instagram.
TikTok, yeah. TikTok went from 22%
to 1 billion. Oh, sorry. I was about to say TikTok is horrible. TikTok is absolutely horrible for it.
But it was a sharp increase. Like it doubled, basically. Snapchat, 19% to 15%. LinkedIn, I didn't even know that was a thing anymore. I don't know when I used my LinkedIn account last. 15% to 17%.
It's almost like saying AOL.
Oh my gosh, I know, right?
No, it's not. It's two different things, y'all. Don't do that. LinkedIn is. Oh my.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like when people hit me with, "Hey, what's your email address?" and they hit me with at AOL.com, I'm like,
wait,
still use it?
That's you still have it, or somebody else?
No. Some of the people I've done work with, and they're like, "Yeah, my email address is something at AOL.com." I'm like, what?
I have one. I use that to send all my junk email too. Like when they ask for an email address and it's like, you're gonna probably get spam if you give them an email. I give them my old AOL address, but I use my Gmail for my serious stuff.
Good to know.
Yeah.
If she gives you an AOL address, you know it's fake.
It's not fake. I just don't look at it
like you don't matter.
Right.
Okay.
Are y'all familiar with Nextdoor? That's apparently a social media app.
Never heard of it.
Well, that went from 23 to 28%, and then Twitch went from 11% to 17%. So that's kind of a snapshot.
I was gonna say, yeah, the people next door, they seem pretty nice. I've known them
Yeah.
for quite a while now.
Oh, that's good.
Seem really
That's
nice.
good.
Yeah,
It's great to have good neighbors, man.
yeah.
Yeah, next door.
Like, hi neighbor.
Yeah, you know.
Oh gosh. But those statistics were from the Pew Research Center. They
Pew
have a
pew
lot of good statistics. PEW
pew.
Pew pew, bang bang.
research.org.
Um,
Clearly,
I'm
D83
I'm,
and I were on the
I'm
same
so
wavelength.
I'm so stupid. Um, what is concerning though is the way the world is getting, how bad it's getting with the disinformation and stuff, and how easy it is to manipulate people and social media just all over the place. Like, just listen to you name off how many different ones there are.
Right, right.
With the way technology is getting even more advanced with AI and
Oh yeah.
face stuff and voiceovers and everything else, it's like,
That's a
imagine
whole
what this
nother.
place is gonna look like in a few more years.
That's
Oh
a
yeah.
whole nother point.
You're gonna
That
start
Fakes.
questioning. You're gonna start questioning whether or not you're looking at the real person. Like, is
yeah.
that? I'm not only am I questioning
Yes.
whether or not what I'm hearing is right. Is this the right person?
But you actually have to be careful because especially digitally, AI is insane right now. Like it's rampant as far as the disinformation. The obviously we know it can do just about everything. Well, let me take that back.
Yeah.
Let me stop speaking in generalizations. It can do a lot as far as taking somebody's identity, right?
Yeah.
You can create videos as that person, with the same voice, actions and things. And the matter of fact, it was just I want to say it was Trump that was using, either he
Yeah.
was using, some kind of
He-
AI video about, I can't remember.
Yeah, there was something there's also been like movie stars who
Yeah,
have had issues with companies using their likeness,
yeah,
whether it's voice or image aesthetic, for things, sometimes without permission.
yeah.
Someone ever used my
Um,
identity, they'd give it right back.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man.
but the thing is like you were saying, it makes you question whether that
Mm-hmm.
person is real, what you're hearing is real. It makes you question whether you're real.
Mm-hmm.
Like, am I an AI generated something? I don't know.
It's like
It just makes you think.
truly getting to the point where like truly living in the matrix.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute. So y'all think y'all are AI?
How do you know that I'm not?
Just because I've known you for a long time.
Wait, we know each other?
Yeah. Oh, he's AI. See. What did you do on the 20th of August in 1981? The real you would know that.
I was waving.
Waving to who?
My imaginary friend
Oh, okay.
named Maestro.
Wow. That's creepy. Okay. That completely backfired. Now I'm creeped out.
I couldn't think of anything better to say.
I understand.
You had me. You got me on that.
I did.
You really got me on that.
I got
was
myself
like,
too. Cause yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I
scared.
think if you think about it, we used to, at least for me, growing up watching my dad, like he stayed glued to the TV, to get his news, his information, and like you took it as this is the truth. But now it's like you feel like you have to take everything with a grain of sand,
Mm-hmm.
check everything, try to corroborate it, just to be sure that it's fake. But then, it's like, what is real? anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And why did this become a thing? Like, I know it's like you said, it's been around for forever, but it just seems like,
It evolves with time. That's
yeah,
basically what it is. It's
I
the
guess the
same thing.
social media aspect has just really brought it more to the forefront and, put a gleaming light on it.
It's yeah, because it's so easy to get information now. Information's at our fingertips, quite literally.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah,
So it's
you
an
could use.
opportunity for fakes to come through, disinformation to come through. So go ahead, D83.
No, I was just gonna say, it's as simple as you having an ache or something like that, and you Google it, and the next thing you know, it's telling you your symptoms are cancerous, and you got 3 weeks to live.
Yeah.
Like, oh God, oh God.
Yes. Yes. That's yes.
Word of advice: never Google what your symptoms are unless you're prepared to just be traumatized.
Yeah, I'm
I'm.
cooked. Dang, I'm cooked.
Oh gosh, man. I
Uh,
think there's some benefit to it, but again, it's not to take necessarily 100% as fact. It's to get an idea, right, and or get somewhat of an understanding, and then take it to. So if you are looking up your symptoms, take it to your doctor. Hey, doc, this is what I looked this up, this, and this. I was, what I'm saying. That's, but not to say, hey, this is what I got, and I'm dead. I'll see y'all.
Yeah,
See y'all in
and
the
go
next life. You know what I'm saying?
and go basically just off of
Right,
what you
right,
read.
right, right, right. Because you
And
cause yourself
that's
more trauma and injury in the long run. So
so yeah, exactly. So just like with fact checking, you get the gist of what you're reading and then you take it to a professional to dissect it for you or to
yeah,
corroborate what you're reading.
a lot of
yeah,
people though, won't necessarily know, or or a lot of people view their inner circles, their family. Maybe it's a family member, maybe it's a friend, a close friend, as a source of truth. But you kind of need to vet them too. I'm just being real. Like
That's true.
where are they getting their information from? If it's life experience, okay, cool. But there's also a perspective to that, right?
Yeah.
Because your experience might not be the same as theirs, even though you went through the same thing. You might not view it the same. So,
Hmm.
I think it's just super important. The takeaway is just super important to take it with a grain of salt, right? And do what you can to corroborate it, investigate it, and figure out the truth.
yeah,
And what
yeah.
I
You
say,
know who I believe?
what's that?
Me.
Ah,
Yeah.
I don't. I know better.
That's why, if there's one thing people can believe watching this podcast,
Mm-hmm.
is that there is some true information.
Yeah.
Okay? And that is, Maestro and I are not really friends. Never have been. Never will be.
Mm. See, prime example of misinformation. D83 follows me like a little puppy. I'm just like, I don't know why.
Wait, you got me on that. I was like, such a loser.
Oh man, that was good. Sorry,
No, it wasn't.
that made it even better.
I'm sad.
That's misinformation too, because you have no feelings.
I'm gonna be at work all day tomorrow. You know what that is, right? Like what? Misinformation. And then just walk away. He'd be like, and inside I'll be dying laughing. Like, is he okay?
That's funny.
Is he okay? He's okay, right? Is he okay?
Oh gosh.
Uh,
Yeah. I think it's definitely good to just stay aware. But
Stay off TikTok, Facebook.
yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah. Yeah. And not to mention, the outside, like the international influences that are coming through to purposely, you know,
Yep.
give us disinformation. So you got to
Obviously,
keep
Yeah.
that in
elections are a
mind.
target, so
Yeah. So just be wary. Don't believe everything you hear, just like you can't believe everything you see.
but I seen it.
No, you didn't.
I didn't see
Not
it,
really. Mm-mm.
but I seen it.
You didn't.
What did I see then?
I don't know. You got to be in a right state of mind
This is
without any alterations.
the Twilight Zone. I don't like where this is going.
Red or blue pill.
Green
Here we go.
should have been an option. Just saying.
Or purple. Can you
Yeah.
take both?
You're right back to where you were. Golly. Man.
I think that'll do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. We would love to hear any suggestions, comments, or ideas. Please share them with us on our YouTube page. See you next week. Same time, same place. Peace out.